which is going to demonstrate the RC circuit and the derivation. Obviously, absolutely, there is no need for you people to seriously learn. It is just a demo so that you can see how actually I have prepared the videos for your classes. Okay, I'll be playing that. Go through it. If that mode of delivery of my classes is okay, then we will switch over to video playback. Okay, is it fine? Hello.
Yes, sir.
Okay, okay. Please be online. I'll just be playing it. For that I have to do some adjustment in the audio system. So be there.
So this is the fifth video, and over here we will talk about the two stages of the time invariant circuit, that is your RC circuit. So we have an RC circuit, and we'll try to understand how it is going to be as I have already explained, that it is a time variant circuit where the current, voltage and charge, these three parameters used to change with respect to time. Now, this RC, okay, so this is the fifth video, and over here we will talk about the two stages of the time invariant circuit, that is your RC circuit. So we have an RC circuit, and we'll try to understand how it is going to be as I have already explained, that it is a time variant circuit where the current, voltage and charge, these three parameters used to change with respect to time. Now, this RC circuit, if you have gone through the notes, I have in the notes I have told you that two states are there. One is the charging state, the other one is the discharging state. The other one is the discharging state. Okay. Now, in the charging state, we'll first talk about the charging state. Now, in the charging state, we have the circuit like this. We have a resistance over here, and what is the need of this resistance, that also I will explain you. And I have this capacitor. I want to charge this capacitor by application of a DC voltage. So basically this is the voltage source, and let us say this voltage source has a constant voltage output of E. So this is your capacitor, and The moment I will close the switch, it will start charging. Now, basically charging state means we are going to dump the charges, or there will be, rather I will say, transfer of charges from one electrode to the other. In the process, one of the electrodes will gain the positive polarity, the other electrode will gain the negative polarity. And as already explained, when we were studying about the chapter dedicated to capacitors over there, I have already explained you how the capacitor is going to get charged. So basically what we have learned is that when we will apply a DC voltage to a uncharged capacitor, previously when it was uncharged, the two conductors were not having any sort of polarity. Now because of the application of the voltage, one of these, the one which is connected to the positive terminal of the voltage source will gain the positive polarity. The other one which is connected to the negative polarity of the voltage source will gain the negative polarity. So one by one the electrons will start coming out from the positive terminal and they will be getting dumped in the on the negative terminal, and in this way it is going to, these two conductors are going to gain polarities positive and negative, and therefore an electric field will exist between them, and because of that there will be a potential difference that will be developed across the two conductors of the capacitor. So this is basically known as the charging state. Now the only thing is that when we are going to charge a capacitor, I am going to connect a resistance in series with this capacitor. Now what is the purpose of this resistance? Yes, this resistance do play a very important role in the charging circuit. Now what is that? Now always remember that whenever there is a uncharged capacitor, basically what happens, this, when it is connected to a source, the resistance of this capacitor is almost equal to 0. Okay, so if this is the case, then so when I am going to apply a voltage to an uncharged capacitor, this is an uncharged capacitor. So when I am going to apply a DC voltage to this uncharged capacitor, as I told you, the resistance of the capacitor right now when it is uncharged is equal to 0, and therefore the charging current I that will be flowing through this, because as I told you, your I is equal to E by R, and in case of an uncharged capacitor, your R is almost equal to 0. So if this is the case, then the current I is going to be very, very high. Very high. And because of this, when excessive current flows in this circuit, there is every possibility that there will be a lot of heat generation because of the I square R, and therefore the capacitor may get damaged. Even the conductors can get heated up to a very high extent. So in order to avoid this, we always connect a resistance in is uncharged. Capacitor is uncharged. The resistance is 0. The resistance of capacitor is 0, and therefore it behaves like a short circuit, and therefore it behaves like a short circuit. Okay, short circuit. So in order to avoid this short circuit, we need to connect a resistance in series. Second most important thing is that whenever the capacitor is uncharged, I is very high, that is it is equal to E by R, that is the resistance of this one, and the voltage across the capacitor, so let us say this is the voltage VC, your VC is also equal to 0. When the capacitor is fully charged, okay, So in this case, your I is almost equal to 0 and your Vc is going to be equal to the applied voltage across the capacitor, that is E in this case. Okay, so these two salient features needs to be remembered. These are very important things to remember. Okay, now as you can see, from charging to discharging, the current has decreased from a maximum value of E by R to a minimum value which is almost equal to 0. Similarly, the voltage across the capacitor Vc was initially equal to 0 during uncharged condition, and after it is fully charged, it has gained a potential difference which is equal to the potential difference of the applied voltage, that is E. So as you can see, there is a change in the current as well as there is a change in the voltage. When there is a change in the current, there is also simultaneously there is a change in the charge associated with the capacitor. So three parameters are changing in this case, and therefore it can be logically be said that it is a time variant circuit. Now let us now concentrate on the charging condition of the capacitor and derive what are the important parameters, that is what are the changes or what are the expressions for your current, your charge and the voltage across the capacitor, that is Vc. Okay, so these three things we will try to find out the expression for that in the next video. Okay, students, in this video, that is video number 6, I am going to present before you the required derivations for RC circuits during its charging condition. In this video, we will learn how to derive the expression for the charge, change in charge, change in current and the change in voltage, and thereby we will be drawing the graphical relationship between each of these with respect to time. So let us start with the charging circuit. So RC charging circuit. So RC charging circuit. So this is the RC charging circuit. I have already explained why we required this resistance R in order to charge this capacitor. So here I am having the switch and this is connected to a DC source. Okay. Now let us say the DC source has a constant output voltage of capital E. This is the switch SW. Okay. Now previously no current was flowing in this circuit. As you can see, the switch is open. So it is not a closed circuit, so no current was flowing through it. Now the moment I will close the switch, obviously there will be a sudden rise in the level of current flowing through this circuit, because initially the capacitor behaves as a short circuit. But in order to limit it and prevent the damage to this circuit, we have utilized this resistance in series with this capacitor to limit the current. Now if I apply KVL to this closed circuit, applying KVL to this closed circuit, I can write the equation, that is the voltage drops over here is equal to, let us say, VR, over here it is plus minus, it is VC. So obviously I can write the KVL equation as E minus to plus, it is E, moves like this from plus to minus. As per the sign convention, it is going to be minus VR minus VC is equal to 0. So let us say this is my equation number 1. Now VR can also be written as, okay, now since it is a closed circuit, a current I is flowing. Now VR, that is the voltage drop across the capacitor, is equal to I into R. VC can be written as Q by C. Let us say this is equation number 2. Now we will replace these values in equation number 2 and place it in equation number 1. Then obviously I will write it as E minus IR minus Q by C is equal to 0. So let us say this is equation number 3. Now with a little bit of mathematical manipulations, I will write it as IR is equal to E minus Q by C, or your I is equal to E by R minus Q by RC. Okay. Now we all know that your current I is equal to the change of charge per unit time, that is dq by dt, and therefore I will replace this I by dq by dt, and this is equal to your E by R minus Q by RC. Okay. Now this equation can again be written as dq by dt is equal to, taking the LCM as RC, I will write it as CE minus Q. Simple school level mathematics. Okay. Or I will write it as dq by CE minus Q is equal to dt by RC. Now if I'll change the position of CE and Q, so I'll write it as dq by Q minus CE is equal to minus dt by RC. Let us say this is equation number 4. Now Q dash T with T dash. Now what is the purpose of doing this? The purpose is that I will reserve this use of Q and reserve this use of T for the limits that I will be. So Q dash by Q minus Q dash minus CE is equal to minus dt dash by RC. Now integral. So initially the close this way, the value of your change of Q was equal to 0. At this time, T equal to 0 when the switch was just closed on. So I'll write T is equal to 0 over here as the lower limit. It will be and T in this case. Or I can write this as now Q dash minus CE, let us say, is equal to K, or dq dash is equal to dk. Q dash, sorry, I will replace this dq dash by dk and this entire denominator by k. Obviously there will be some change in the, when I am going to substitute Q dash minus CE with K, there will be a corresponding change in the upper and lower limits. So when Q dash minus CE is equal to, now you see when I will replace this one with, this is equal to K, when I will replace this one with 0, then the value of K is equal to minus CE. Similarly, when I will replace it by the value Q, then the value of K will be Q minus CE. So integration, the limits are now, as you can see, for 0, the corresponding value is minus CE, and for this it is Q minus CE is equal to minus dt dash by RC integration from 0 to t, or this is ln k with the limits minus CE, this is Q minus CE is equal to minus T dash by RC. Sorry, not T dash with the limits from 0 to T, or ln Q minus CE by minus CE is equal to minus T by RC, or I can write this as, taking the antilog, I will write it as Q minus CE by minus CE is equal to e to the power minus T by RC. Let us say this is equation number 5. Now let us continue to the next page. So the last equation that we got is written as Q minus CE by minus CE is equal to e to the power minus T by RC. Now, or Q minus CE is equal to minus CE e to the power minus T by RC, or Q is equal to CE minus CE e to the power minus T by RC. Now, an important thing from the expression, you know, Q is equal to CE. Okay. Rather, I will say when the value of your E, VC, no, sorry, we know that Q is equal to CVC. Now, as I have already discussed in the last video, that the maximum value of VC will be equal to E. So if this is the maximum value, then obviously Q will also be maximum because C is a constant. So I'll replace this equation with Q is equal to Q max whole into 1 minus e to the power minus T by RC. So ultimately we got the expression for the change of charge on a capacitor with respect to time. Now again we know I is equal to dq by dt. So if we differentiate this entire expression with respect to time, what we are going to get? We are going to get minus qm e to the power minus t by rc by rc. Now qm is equal to minus ce. This is rc e to the power minus t by rc. Now since your c is a non-zero number, so I will write I is equal to minus e by r e to the power minus t by rc. Now E by R is the maximum value of current that will flow in the circuit, because this thing I have already discussed in the last video. So ultimately the expression of I that I am going to get is equal to I max e to the power minus T by RC. Okay. Now another important thing that I need to mention, okay, before that let us draw the graphs. So if I am going to draw this as t-axis and this as q-axis, then the nature of the graph will be something like this. Why it will be like this? Because you see, first is qm. So qm is over here. From that I have to subtract qm e to the power minus trc. So if I will subtract this one point by point or coordinate by coordinate, then I will be getting a graph which is like this. So this is the change of this graph or the curve represents the change of charge with respect to time when I am charging a capacitor. Similarly, over here you can see if this is T and this is your I, then this value is your Im when the capacitor was uncharged, that is when I switched on the supply. And this is going to be exponentially decreasing, and as the time continues this value is going to decrease further and further, and only at infinite this is going to become zero. So I have not, since this T is not equal to infinite, so it is almost negligibly I have drawn. Another important thing that I need to mention over here is what is this RC? RC is equal to tau, and tau is known as the time constant of the RC.
Okay, everyone. So there are still some portions left in the video, and I paused it because right now those things are not necessary. Having knowledge about this time constant and all this thing is not required for you. But hopefully, you people have noticed how the during the charging process the current was increasing with respect to time. All of a sudden, it didn't increase. Rather, it was slowly the current was increasing. Okay. So this is how the RC circuit is going to work. So some idea I have given today, but in detail we'll study about this when we will study this chapter. Okay. By the way, the purpose was not to play the video, but the purpose was to see whether you are comfortable with this type of delivery of lecture or not. Yes. Please be frank in your opinion.
Sir, have you recorded all the videos?
Yes.
Have you recorded all the videos?
Yeah, of course. But after chapter number 26. Okay. Are you comfortable with the system?
Sir, actually,
Please be
I have a
frank.
problem.
Yes. Tell me.
Sir, it was in portrait mode, so it was visible but not more clearly, sir.
That problem because just see, that was just the fifth or sixth video, I hope, and we are not young people like you, that gizmo freak. So naturally, recording them by one hand and writing in the other, obviously it was proving to be quite difficult for me. But in the later on, I become acquainted with this type of mode, and therefore, in the later videos, you will not find any problem. Most of the screen was adjusted in such a way that at least you can completely see the page. So that will not be a problem after a few classes, because I myself have seen that videos. But is it okay? That means, is it possible that we can switch over to that type of delivery? No, please give your opinion. Yes?
Okay, sir.
Okay. Anyone else? who is having any sort of issue with this? Shall we continue our classes through this video playback, or shall we still maintain our class delivery by means of this PowerPoint presentation, or a combination of both? Tell me. Yes. Ah, it was fine, thank you. But are you facing any sort of problem? Oh, yes, 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 yes. Swayam Jyoti, okay, I got the thing. Okay, you should all use your laptop or your desktop. Now, I know many people in the first year they might not be having laptop and desktop,
Sir,
but
actually, I am using laptop only. Those
okay,
students who are using mobile, it is possible for them to zoom in, but in laptop it is not possible to zoom in. That was
okay,
my
okay,
problem. And
okay.
it is actually letters are visible, but kind of small those are. So it more not exactly clear. Hello.
Okay, so Swayam, please continue. Actually, I lost connection with you.
Yes.
Ah,
Yes, sir. I was saying that those students who are using mobile phone, actually it is better for them to zoom in. But in laptop, it's letters are visible, but we need to concentrate in what is written in that. So my problem is that.
okay, no, 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 that will not be a problem because it will be backed with the written material. Okay, if you could just hold on, I'll share you the PDF file wherein whatever I have converted into PDF and circulated among the students. Okay, huh? Is it
Yes, sir. Yes,
okay?
sir.
So absolutely, there will be not that will not be an feeling is that you people are students even after even I am also doing my PhD. The thing is that even we are also learning in online mode, and over there the teacher used to derive all those things. Ah, so because every time whatever is thinking or want to communicate, he will be writing it in a copy so that you can understand what he actually want to communicate with you. And having pre-written material and just presenting it before you, that is not going to be somewhat lucrative, I feel. But don't worry about that. So I'll be providing you the materials. So whatever derivation we will do, we will be uh, okay. Yes, is saying PPT is better. Okay, no problem. So you people decide. So obviously we'll follow the democracy. Though if you will opt for PPT, then no problem. I will continue with PPT. If you feel like playing the video backed with the video is not studio. Okay, holding in one hand and teaching for the first time, it was also difficult for me. Now, obviously, I cannot give all this thing. I cannot take care of this thing. Concentrate on the whatever is written. Okay, don't worry. Okay, so yes is saying voting kar lo. Okay, so you people decide and finally you give me. Okay, but still then two options are available with me. Two options will be available to you. Choose anyone you like. But whatever material you require, that I will be sending you. Written material, anything, right? Okay. So meet you after a week. Fine. Please be online. Okay, you all may leave. Let me also leave.